finally.
Yes.
A big dump bar. It's my man, Wax a Million, Big Drew. Big Drew in the building. We're gonna start this podcast off. It's our first podcast. Haven't thought of a name of it yet for the podcast. We're gonna name every podcast.
Sure.
I don't know what we're gonna name this one.
I think we should name it after, depending on where we end up going on the path. You
That's
know
a
what I
good
mean?
one, man. That's a good one, man.
That's
I
what
like
we'll
it. I like it a
I like
lot,
it, too.
man. We can go with that, you know. I mean, and we have so many things to talk about. I feel like there's
They're
just
making it pretty easy.
there's
for
just
us.
so yeah. I mean, that's the whole thing. Like this podcast is gonna. It's basically we're just gonna be talking about current events, sports. Probably gonna talk a lot of sports, just because.
Music.
You know
We
what
talk
I
about
mean?
whatever the fuck we want.
At the end of the day, Big Drew, we can talk about whatever we want. I mean, I'm not going to be out here blaspheming dudes' names that I don't care for.
Losers.
I'm not going to be talking about them. That's not my speed. I'm not going to be talking, because I just feel like, I know there's a lot of dudes that are just like doing bullshit, and I sit here and roll my eyes.
Yeah, I try to steer.
I'm always trying to steer clear of that shit. But I watch it from afar, and I'll be like,
It's like the accident on the highway, like.
No rubbernecking over there.
but I mean, I feel like we got a lot to get into. I feel like this week was a good week. I mean, we seen R. Kelly. R. Kelly, man. R. Kelly went berserk. Let me tell you, man, that dude is so full of shit.
Don't tell me what this.
He's so full of shit, that guy. I feel like he's so full of shit. That dude, man, listen, the guy said he never had sex with an underage girl. At the end of the day, I remember when he married Aaliyah.
I remember
Aaliyah
that
the first thing I thought,
She was
too.
15.
Yeah.
And he straight lied to that lady, like, yo, I didn't have sex with no underage girls. Man, you were married to Aaliyah at 15. I know one thing.
Yeah.
If I marry a woman,
As fine as her too.
I mean, it's not even that she was fine. She was a beautiful girl, but it was just like, what a jackass, man. I feel like this dude's bugging out, man. He played himself, and he's in jail now. I heard someone bail him out. I heard
Again,
someone
for
bail him
child
out
support.
again.
Someone
160
anonymously
large,
did.
man.
Yeah,
I ain't got
160
160 large. Get
Not
that
for R.
motherfucker,
Kelly.
man. I ain't got nothing.
Don't tell me what this.
I ain't got 160 large to give a motherfucker to get bailed out of jail. I ain't got 160 large myself to get bailed out of jail. Shit, man.
I don't trust his word that much to put
No,
that
he's
much
Yeah.
money.
corny, man. He's corny. And you know what makes me sad? And I've heard a lot of people. I've heard a lot of people talk about this, like his music. Like he's made some very good music, man.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
there's no doubt. I done went up in the boom boom room with Mrs. Paulo quite a few times, talking about honey love, a bump and grind.
Yeah.
Now I feel like I listen to those songs and
They're tainted.
Yeah.
I feel like they're tainted, because who's he talking to? Like, what's that one song? He's like, my mind's telling me no.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Maybe-
listening to it. I'm like,
Oh
Maybe
God.
you should listen to your mind.
Yeah, right. Now it's a whole other thing now.
This guy's crazy.
Shots
man.
fired.
This guy's crazy. He's out there like that, man. I just don't get it. I don't understand it, man.
Oh.
I mean, it is what it is, though. I mean,
They talk about that, and then they say things like Elvis and Woody Allen did the
They're
exact
trying
same
to tie
thing.
everything. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And
I mean, I feel like they did, but
I feel like if they did, and they should get punished for it.
yeah, they
That's-
should.
If we all
I mean,
have-
Elvis,
Bottom line, yeah.
Elvis,
Yeah.
like Mike, he's not here to say anything. You can't.
Right.
I mean, you can say whatever you want about Mike and Elvis. These people ain't here to defend themselves. So you can put up a case.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I didn't watch the Mike thing. I know they had a Mike thing too.
Yep.
I didn't watch it.
Saw somebody.
You know what I mean? But I was just like, because I love Mike, man.
Yeah.
And baby girl Adeline, she loved Mike too, man. What I
Yeah,
look
she
at?
does.
How am I gonna pull Thriller off all her playlists, man? She talking
Nah,
about
man.
Zombie Kitty all the time,
I
man.
remember.
I can't pull Thriller off that plate. That little girl, Beat It. She loved Beat It.
Well, R. Kelly's here now, so we can talk.
Yo,
about it.
yeah, we can kill him. I'm gonna kill him every chance I get him.
That's stupid.
I'm gonna kill him every chance I get. That motherfucker crazy.
That's what
He
he
had
does.
that. That's Oprah Winfrey's best friend, man. You talking to her? He bugging out, man. Get the fuck out of here.
The kid was gangster too. I mean, he stood right up, and she didn't flinch.
Yeah.
She
was
was like
impressive.
She was like, Robert.
He's
Robert.
like, come on.
Robert didn't even flinch.
Like Robert, I'll smack the
I
dog
mean, I
shit
felt
out
like
if you
this-
stand up.
You know, there's some motherfuckers running right behind
Oh,
me.
yeah,
that you
like,
can't
ready,
see.
like,
That will yoke your ass up in a
Yeah, she's
heartbeat.
got her back. There's no doubt about it.
I feel like though at the end of the day with him, man, it's just he's got to deal with that shit, man. Where all his money goes, what I'm wondering. I mean, I'm sure
Yeah.
he's got it in some nice offshore accounts.
Right.
somewhere.
Sure.
That guy made too much money, man. This guy made I Believe I Can Fly.
Yeah.
He's
I mean,
in so many soundtracks. It's not
Yeah,
even
I
funny.
mean, come
Royalties
on, man.
alone from
Come on. I Believe I Can Fly. I Believe I Can Fly is like one of the biggest songs ever.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? This guy, yo, dude, you telling me you ain't got no money? I mean, maybe he don't own his own masters. That might be. He might not own his own masters. And at the end of the day, if he don't, well, fuck him. He's screwed then. He's gonna be broke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you what it is.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yeah, at the end of the
True
day, I feel like I feel like
He's been
that.
making money since R. Kelly and the Public announced.
Yo, I remember Public Announcement was so
92.
dope. I remember 92.
Remember?
92.
Yeah.
Oh man, Honey Love and Dedicated and all them joints. They were good ass songs, man. That whole I didn't care for that whole tape, but it was good. The slow jams are where it was at.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
that.
yeah. He
He
always
only
had
had like
these-
3 or 4.
Yeah.
Killer.
But I tell you one thing. You know what he did? He took Aaron Hall's whole lane because Aaron Hall sounds just like him.
Yeah.
He sounds just like he took his whole lane, like vroom, take that. I was like, damn, man, I was a guy. I liked Guy.
I did too.
I was big on
Yeah,
Guy,
yeah.
man. Are you kidding me? And Aaron Hall just got wiped away with nothing, man. R. Kelly came and just took all that.
Trash.
The bump and grind is what did it, though, man. At the end of the day,
Feeling on your booty.
feeling on your booty. Oh man, he was talking about a 14-year-old girl with that. I mean,
Changes everything, man. It really just, you know.
it is what it is, man. I mean,
Trash bags. Ugh.
I don't get it.
I'm still gonna listen to his music.
I mean, at the end,
He
that's
makes
how I
some
feel
bad
like.
decisions and whatever, but he's gonna pay.
At
for that
first,
shit,
I was
you know
like,
what I'm saying? So-
exactly, man. I'm not gonna sit here. I mean, yo, man, you made some good ass songs. That he made that Chocolate Factory album. Oh god, damn, man.
Every
God,
song's a hit.
you know, it is what he. I tell you one thing though, if he made anything right now, I'd just be like, I'm done with you, motherfucker. I can't deal with you, man. I can't deal with
It would have to be really, really
It
good.
would have to be some next
You've
level
seen some of
shit.
these parodies though. They're all in the trap
Oh my
in the
God.
closet.
Oh, that one killed
Watch
me.
you
He tagged,
posted
me,
that.
he tagged me that on Facebook the other day, and I was just like,
The Denzel Washington one.
Yeah.
Oh, there's just so many of them.
I was
Props
just
to all
like,
the editors out there doing their thing.
Word.
That's not
this
easy to do.
guy's done, man. He's
Done.
done. And you know what killed me is they tried to stretch it out all week long on the fucking news, man. I
Yeah.
mean, one day, Wednesday they had him. Thursday they had, I think, the girls. He's got 2 girlfriends.
Yep.
And then Friday, like one of the girls' parents. I was like, I don't got time to watch all
Yeah,
that
it's
shit.
too much. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not even that
They,
entertaining.
they
to be honest
overdo
with
it,
you.
yeah.
Him being as dramatic as he was is
That
what
was
was
perfect.
entertaining. That was great, man. That shit was.
Don't tell me with this.
I don't got it. All I got to do is hear that, and it immediately puts a smile on my face.
See
man,
it.
'cause
The
I feel
crying
like
Jordan
that-
is no more.
Yeah, the
No.
crying. Oh yeah, but I love crying.
I know you do.
Man.
I know you do.
I put crying Jordan on fucking everything I can, man. I swear to God. I remember when Trump got elected. And you know I fucking hate Trump. my
We all
man
do.
Frankie. I remember there's a picture of me and Frankie in the bar, and I'm sitting there with a big old fucking meat hook with the thumbs up, and he's behind me like this. I sent him that picture, and I put the crying Jordan over my face the next day after Trump got elected. He was just, I knew that shit killed him because it killed me. I think about it still and start laughing, man. I'm like, oh man, crying Jordans no more. I don't know if I can do that no more, man.
What's horrible about this R. Kelly thing is the fact that there's videotapes out there that say he's saying he's having sex with a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Multiple tapes, and now he's still denying it. But yet, if that tape is in existence, and I know it's his job to deny it. If you're going to jail, or you're not going to jail. I did not do it. I'm
Yeah.
going to say no till I die.
Yeah.
I'm also going to look off to the side as they say it, like he did earlier.
Yeah,
Take
right.
the fucking time to
Right.
ask some questions.
So he had some. I'm a poker player, and he had a lot of tells.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
man. Are you kidding me?
I saw a thing on.
I see you. I was like, come on, man. You can't shit a shitter, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Are you
Thank
kidding me, man? That's what they say. Yeah, man, you can't bullshit a bullshitter, man. So I mean, I know me, man. I mean, I'm not a bullshitter at this stage of my life, but I know back in the day.
Right.
Oh
You
God,
can
man.
see it a mile away.
Yeah, man. I see this guy coming. I'm like, oh man, you really think people are buying this bullshit, man? It is what it is, man. I'm probably still gonna listen to some of his music because I know that just the R. Kelly, the one that came out in '95, the Down Low and all that shit.
Oh wow.
Come on, man, get that song big on there, man.
You can't. Yeah, you can't.
It's
Like,
undeniable.
yeah, no.
I'm gonna be done with R. Kelly. I'm talking about Big, man, because Big is. Yesterday was Biggie Day.
Yes, it was.
I know you always do the Biggie thing,
Yeah,
man. I
yeah.
love Big, man.
Big.
And I miss the whole Big thing. You know what I'm saying? I see that
Yeah,
shit. And I mean,
yeah.
I see how big he got, and his name is carried on
Oh,
today.
did you see how Peterson's had the Biggie
Oh
Day?
man, I love it,
and all
man.
Larry
I
Giacomo's
feel
and
like
all
they
that.
were so late with it, though. I feel like damn, you
Yeah.
came so late with it,
They're
man.
gonna start doing them now a lot.
I know they'll probably do it every year.
And
Now, so at least like
Fat
next year,
steaks. Oh my
at
God.
least like next year I can get out. Like it's brunch too. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
grab
Yeah,
a life
yeah,
and
it's
go
great.
down to
Big
brunch
shot
with
to
Peterson's,
Peterson.
man.
Word.
You know what I mean? You know I support the Jack.
I went there on my birthday.
Every
The
aspect.
steak was this big, and I went there and I didn't eat all day, and I couldn't even touch a third of it. And afterwards, I felt less of a man. I'm not gonna lie. But Nate came up to me and said the best words, and I would have never thought of it. But he was like, "It's not meant to be eaten in one shot."
I'm sure.
And I'm like, "Okay, thank you." I needed to hear that because I felt defeated
sure.
or less of a man.
I tell you, that's how I feel when I don't finish. Like last
Yeah,
week,
right.
last Sunday, the wife brought me to number 5.
Oh,
And Dan is Dan, her brother, obviously.
Dope. I didn't know that.
He's,
That's
he's
dope.
the chef. And it was for my birthday. We had, her mother, father there. The girls were there. You know, we we had a nice little table off to the side. It was cool. Went in there. And I said, I've been saying, like, he made prime rib on Christmas, and that shit was so good, man.
You told
I
me.
mean, I was just like, damn, he slam dunked that shit. So now when I go out, I'm looking for it on the menu every time I go out to eat. I'm like, I'm gonna get the prime rib. I even went to the Outback, and their prime rib was pretty good. It wasn't Dan Oakley's, but it was pretty good prime rib.
That's what's up.
So they brought me to number 5. I got the
Pretty
prime
high.
rib. Yo, bro, I shit you not, man. I got that prime rib. That son of a bitch thing was so big. I mean, that thing was easily like this. I'm going to say about 10 inches in circumference. It was so big, and it was like easily 2 inches thick. And I was just like, how am I thought it was a joke. I thought it was like I thought it was like a birthday. Like, oh, he just hooked me up for my birthday,
Right,
man.
right.
God bless him. I love him so much,
Yeah.
man. You know, even though he likes the Dallas Cowboys, I love him
They
so
got a
much.
pro
man.
team?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, I never heard of them.
I think they're in the lingerie league.
That's adorable. Kids are cute at
I
that.
tell you, that thing came out, it was so big, and I was just like, I don't know. And then I seen the old man got it too, and his dad got it, and his was just as big, and I was like, he must just be looking out. No, that's how it comes there.
That's how it
you
is.
You pay this much
I gotta
money.
go there, man. I've
Oh
never
man,
been.
bro, it
I
was
know.
beautiful in there, man. I mean, I've never been either. I've been to Lampe's.
I hear
I've
good
been to
things.
Lampe's a few, and the same owners.
Yep.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But
And if Dan's there, come on, it's gotta be dope.
yeah, Dan's not.
He don't play
You
no
know what I mean?
games.
So, so that thing came out. I couldn't eat half of it.
Wow.
And you know, I'm a monster.
Agreed.
Yeah,
I'm a
Agreed,
monster.
yeah.
I eat it all,
The
man.
other day, you were like, "I'm gonna stop by Burger King and get 3 double cheeseburgers." I'm like, "Wait, that's 2, 4, 6. That's 6 burgers. You gonna eat them real quick?" You were like,
all too, man.
"I'm sure you did."
You know what's crazy is we didn't even stop that night because I actually was a little drunk. So I was like, Shantae picked us up, and I was just like, oh god.
That's all you talked about.
Yes, I know. I was
Yeah,
like,
you were
you
excited.
know what?
You were excited.
I left the food alone. I left the food alone, and I'm sad I did. You know what I mean? I'm sad I left the food alone at Dee's 50th party because I'm like,
Good
damn, I
time.
could have ate. I could have put a dent in that.
Yeah. Oh,
But
yeah.
I didn't, man. I played myself. I definitely played myself. But yeah, back to Big Man. I like that they did that with Big Man.
Yeah.
That Peterson.
Was it 22 years now? It doesn't seem like
22 years, man. What's crazy? I remember when Big first came out. I didn't even like him.
Huh.
I remember hearing Juicy and being like, "This shit is garbage." I remember saying that to myself. Like,
Yeah.
I was in the Black Moon. I was in Illmatic had come out. You couldn't tell me nothing. Illmatic had just dropped. Illmatic had just dropped, man.
Yeah, right. So
You know what I mean? I feel like Illmatic is still my favorite joint ever. So I'm just like, that shit holds up.
yeah,
You know
still
what I'm
to
saying?
To
this
this
day.
day,
To this
classics
day-
too.
Yeah, classics too. I mean, like, damn, man, like, he did a, what was it? He did like Nas did a concert, an Illmatic concert
Oh man.
with orchestra, I believe. What was it? It was on PBS. They even showed it on
Oh
PBS.
yeah. Okay, I think I remember seeing
And
it.
I was like, National Symphony Orchestra, live from the National Symphony Orchestra, live from Kennedy Center, and it was on PBS. And this was, I think, last year, year before. It's on Spotify. I know that they actually have the audio on Spotify. And bro, I mean, I just like when I seen that he was performing that album with the orchestra.
Yeah.
I was like.
Probably dope.
And it's not just any orchestra. It's not like the
It's- yeah,
BC
it's
Pops
the-
or some
right,
shit.
yeah.
Like, you know, not to take anything away from the BC
They did
Pops.
their thing lately, but keep going.
But you're talking about like this is like some other shit, man. Like, oh man, they take my boy's album seriously, man.
Wow.
Like, and that's a classic
Yeah.
album to me. That's like the greatest
I
album
can pull
ever
that out
made.
and listen to it anytime.
Absolutely, you can pull it out and listen to it anytime. It never gets old,
Yep.
from front to back, man. I've actually had conversations with dudes that told me it was written was better, and I always feel like, are you on fucking crack, bro?
No.
I can tell you 5 wax songs on it was written. Not to discredit the album, it's a good album.
Oh,
Right.
But I can tell you 5 wax songs on it. I can't tell you one wax song on Illmatic, not a
Yeah.
one.
No.
You know what I mean? I just feel like, you know, that's why I couldn't get into Big, was because Illmatic just had me all fucked up. And then I'm
Too
listening
much
to
good
Big.
music at once.
I'm listening to Big, and he's coming with all these pop records, man. And I'm just like, Big Papa, let me tell you something. I heard Big Papa so much because I was in the county jail at the time, and all we had was MTV, and them motherfuckers played Big Papa twice an hour.
Heaven calls me Papa to this day because of that
You know
song.
what I mean? Oh my God! And I used to hear it and just be like, I'm tired of this fucking song.
Yeah.
And then, you know, after a little while, I was like, I ain't listen to that fucking Big. That shit's whack. I remember saying that, like
Wow.
being out there, this is whack. And then about '97, someone was like, yo, here, listen to Ready to Die. I was like, I don't listen to that shit. I had heard Who Shot You already, and I was like,
Right.
Who Shot You is dope.
Can't-
That wasn't on the album.
Right.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
That wasn't on the album. That was on the single for Big
That was
Papa.
like
Yeah,
That was on the
B-side.
B-side of
Yep.
Big Papa. And I remember checking that shit and being like, that shit was dope. And then
Do
I
people
remember,
even know what a B-side is
I
nowadays?
don't even know what a B-side is nowadays.
Back in the days, you would have a record, and then the
Oh,
single would
yeah.
come out, but on the B-side would be
Yeah,
like
it was some
underground-
other shit.
Yeah.
Like I
That
remember
was
Black
always
Moon was
dope.
big for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Black Moon was big for that,
Some
man.
unknown
They
beast.
would
Or
have
some
some dope
remix.
shit. Yeah, they
Yeah.
would have some dope shit.
You
You'd
get
be
an
like, yo.
acapella, you're like, yes!
Yeah.
They were so rare back in the day. Nowadays,
Now you just gotta pop it up on YouTube.
all
You
day
gotta fucking
long.
acapella.
Yeah.
But where was I going with that? I was a big, and then in '97 I listened to that fucking. I listened to this was after Life After Death. I didn't even care to listen to Life After Death because I like Hypnotized. And then all the
Yeah.
songs were pop. When I heard he died, I was like, that sucks for him. You know, it sucks he died. You know, I probably like Puffy more than I like Biggie. That's how I was then. I'm
That's
serious.
crazy.
And then I listened to Ready to Die, and I was like, whoa.
Ooh.
I didn't know he had all this other shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, the dark
I didn't know.
Yeah,
I didn't know
yeah.
all this other shit, bro. I was like, hold on a minute here. Who the fuck is this? What the fuck?
whoa,
Yeah,
yeah.
whoa. I had to pump the brakes on that shit. Yo, that whole album's dope.
Agreed.
That whole album's dope. And Life After Death is dope too. They're both dope ass albums. It's just Puff was into making them fucking pop records, man.
Well, he wanted to do a little bit of something for everybody. 'Cause
He
that's
did,
what,
he
you know,
did,
because
he
Pac told him. Pac told Biggie, like, you can have your stuff for the street, but make
did.
sure you got your
He
stuff for
did.
the ladies and whatever. And that's why he was as popular, or one of the reasons why he was as popular as he is.
He was dope as fuck, man.
I like Biggie better than Tupac. I
Oh,
always
yeah, all
have.
day.
I was never. Let me tell you something straight up. I hate Tupac.
Okay.
I fucking hate Tupac.
He was more
I-
well-rounded, but
don't-
for the type of music I like, Biggie all day.
I feel
Yeah.
like this for Tupac. That's
His first two albums, I would say.
Tupacalypse I liked.
Yeah.
We still do the knock as from the
Yeah.
Violence
Oh,
song.
yeah, from Violence, yeah.
Tupacalypse I liked. I liked
Yeah.
Tupacalypse a lot.
Strictly for My Niggas was pretty, it was...
It
you
was
know,
alright.
it
He had
was
some jams on there. He had some
yeah.
jams, but I didn't care for him at all.
Yeah, I
you know, it wasn't even so much his music I didn't like. It was his whole persona. Like,
His
yo,
whole
bro,
ad, yeah,
what the
yeah.
fuck is wrong with you, man? Tone it down a little, my
Yeah.
man.
He's so mad.
Yeah, he acted like a clown. I thought he was acting like a clown. Every time I think about it, I feel like his actions and his attitude and all the way, that's the reason them dudes
Yeah.
ain't here now. I feel
Yeah.
like that's the reason them dudes ain't here now. And that
People gotta
sucks.
learn a lesson.
Because I felt like Big was just like, I'll deal with him when I deal with him, man. I ain't even thinking about that
Yeah.
shit. This shit is corny.
Yep.
I ain't got time for that shit. You know what I mean? But this guy was all mouth, flapping his gums all
You
day
mix
long.
Suge into it, too.
Oh, and that was the worst right
Yeah.
there. That was the worst right there. That was his downfall right there.
Ugh.
Got bailed him out of jail, and he just became like his indentured servant. Like, you're
Yeah.
my slave now. You better do what I say. Like, God damn, Shug.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, man. You see how they had Shug looking in that NWA movie? Like,
I bet that ate him up inside. out.
oh my God, I know it did, man. But I was just like, I'm a fan of Big now. I listen to Big. You can put any Big on for me. I'm good, man.
Yep.
It sucks that he didn't have a larger catalog. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, like you come to this time of year and it's like everybody knows the Big songs.
Everyone, too, yeah. It's not like,
Everyone.
yeah.
That's how small his catalog is.
Yeah.
It ain't really like without all the bullshit after he died albums.
Yeah, the-
you know,
the
them-
re-
you know, the Born Again, all that shit. All that. Fuck them albums. We're talking about the two albums. Everybody knows every one of them songs.
Yeah.
You can put them shits on
Right now.
right
Yeah.
now.
Even if you weren't even
Any
born
song,
yet. They
Even
know.
if you weren't born in, these kids know Big.
They do.
They know Biggie.
Yep, they do.
That's one thing I give Puffy credit. Puffy kept that dude's name alive.
He damn
a lot,
sure did.
A lot of
Yeah.
people said that, you know, Puff tried to jerk him out of his money and this and that and the third, all the bad boy
Of course
artists.
they're going to say that.
But at the end of the day, Puff has kept his name alive.
Yeah.
Strong. He's still talking about Big.
He still gets touched up when he talks about it.
Absolutely.
So do
So
I.
you
They
see,
were
like,
close.
at the end of the day, man, he just. I give Puff credit for that, man. Puff marketing genius.
He really is.
Yeah.
And he started from the bottom, too, you know what I'm saying? And then he
Did,
just
man.
did his own
Did.
thing.
His dad was a
He made
hustler
it
out
all.
there in
Yeah.
Harlem. His dad was a hustler, man.
Yeah.
He wasn't messing around.
He,
Like,
he started out as a dancer or whatever.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
like a dancer.
For somebody else,
yeah.
and then
he
yeah.
put. You think of all them acts Puff put out there? There was like Mary, Mace,
Nice.
Faith.
Faith. But I
Faith,
mean, like the
112,
timeless ones,
112.
the ones
Nice.
you know were timeless, like Jodeci and Mary, like Heavy
The
D.
remixes,
Like
yeah.
yo, Puffy's. He didn't put Heavy out there, but he's like Heavy gave Puff like his start, man. You know what I mean? Like, yo, this is this guy, boom, working at Uptown Records with Andre Harrell.
Huh.
And Heavy was the man out there.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And Puff just blew up. You know what's crazy? I remember seeing Puff. He had Andre Harrell working for him years down the road. Like, your boss became your worker. That's dope.
That's good business.
That's good business. It's dope. That's dope. Now, I don't know if he still works for him. I doubt he does, but I know there was a time there where Harrell was working for Puff, and I was just like, damn, that's dope, man. Yeah, of course you want to do that. 'Cause I know I hate my fucking boss. I'd put that motherfucker to work for me. I'd have him licking. I'd pay him just to lick my shoes.
I love my boss. I'm lucky.
Yeah, I don't mind my boss either.
I'd be like this. I'd be like, man. I mean, my boss ain't the worst. He's not the worst guy, but I'd be like,
We know why you feel the way you
Oh,
feel.
yeah. Everybody has their
I'd
own
be like,
reasons.
God.
I love my job, man. I can't.
I don't mind my job. My job's not the worst.
No, it's not.
I don't care for the dude.
You're
I
all by
work
yourself,
for,
man.
man. I feel like he uses fears of intimidation tactics. A lot of these hillbillies that work.
You're not falling for that shit.
I don't go for none of that shit.
You know, trying that tough guy.
I don't
Listen to
try
me,
none of
Al.
that shit, my man.
Like, bro.
To
Bro.
Dunbar?
Nah.
Yeah.
That's adorable. Or tussle his
He
hair.
says something, you just look behind you like,
Yeah.
I'm comfortable right now.
Fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, buddy.
Play
Not me, man. But anyway, man, I figure we could get into some of this Antonio Brown.
Oh, that's
We
right.
can switch up to some sports because
Yeah,
I know that's what
Right
I'm
there, I
saying.
was reaching for him, I was like...
Yeah, I know them. I know. I woke. Let me tell you something. I woke up Friday morning. I get up Friday morning about 4 o'clock. I get up, and first thing I look at my phone, I'm like, oh man. I'm like Antonio Brown. He's miserable right now, and not that I'm. You know how I am. I leave the Bills alone these days. Man.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
That's how Antonio Brown was feeling right there. Believe me, because
Oh.
man, you're going to the Bills. First of all, you're playing for not. The Bills are coming up.
I think the Bills were his best option as far as bad teams go.
Oh
They're
yeah,
probably
because
the best
let me
bad
tell you
team.
something.
Dead
Where
right.
he landed, even more. Let me tell you
Yeah.
something.
Oh, man. They threw away draft picks, future.
I mean, just a third and a fifth
First.
rounder. Chucky
Just
Gruden's
a
not
third.
stupid. Johnny Gruden's not stupid. I call him Chucky Gruden because he looks like
He
Chucky.
damn sure does.
But I tell you one thing. I downloaded something earlier, and I thought I'd bring this to the attention of you guys. Derek Carr, who is the quarterback of those bitch ass Oakland, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, California, Mexico,
Somewhere.
wherever the fuck they play,
Sweden
Raiders.
Buffets. Yep.
He has never had an above average season in yards per pass attempt.
I saw that too.
His yearly ranks among quarterbacks, 2014, he was 33rd of 33. 2015, he was 25th of 35. 16, 18th of 30. 17th, 2017, 19th of 32. And 2018, 20th of 33.
So that was the best
Antonio
year.
Brown, I just want to say to you, my friend,
Congratulations, you played yourself.
you think you went to a Super Bowl contender? That motherfucker went to a pretender. Are you kidding
Did
me?
you say they said the Super Bowl, the chance of them winning the Super Bowl went up a million times? Come on. Because of one wide receiver?
I mean, and you're gonna draft a couple. They got a couple first round.
They're going to need a
draft
strong offensive line to give Derek a chance
No.
to even do something.
picks. Derek Carr's not even. He's not
They
even
don't.
a threat. I think he had like one decent season that I can remember.
Yeah. And
I'm not
apparently
going-
he was ranked 20th. that
Yeah,
season.
and he's been consistent the last 3 years. It looks like he's hovering
No
right
doubt.
around the 20,
Yep,
the
that's
20th in the
impressive.
league. But still, there's 32 teams in the league. You're still in the bottom half of the league, you mutt.
Yeah, every
Get the
time.
fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You know where you are though? You're in the top of the bottom half of the league.
Congratulations. You're a small fish.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I'm trying to tell you right now, man. The fucking Raiders fans, they're high on the hog. I can't believe it, man.
I love it.
I can't fucking believe it because, again, this year they're gonna suck.
Oh, and they're going to be bragging like they're going to win it.
The only thing cool to me about the Raiders is their colors. Outside of that,
I hate that Ice Cube ever said it. I wish he never said it. Because if it wasn't for that song, I don't think there'd be an Oakland Raiders team today. I think they would have fizzled out.
you're probably right.
You know? Because now they don't have a place to play. You see, you see them commercials like, if you got a big backyard, I know an NFL team that's probably going to want to. Because they have no, I don't know where they're going to play this year.
Yeah.
They still don't. I
A
don't
lot of
think.
teams will focus on other teams. You know, like you start talking bad to a Raider fan, they'll start talking to you about your team. Da, 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 da. Hold on, bro. The folks ain't on my team.
No.
Yeah.
Folks ain't I'm talking to you about your team.
Right? Defend them.
I don't know what. Defend them. Give me some defense. Don't talk to me about your 3 bullshit championships that you got back when I was a baby, running around in
most of
diapers.
the people that like them now weren't even born yet.
Yeah, exactly. And most of the people that like him now weren't even born yet.
83, 84,
I mean, you
something
had,
like that,
so
81
far
or
as
something.
I can remember, I've seen him go to the Super Bowl in my football watching life once.
Me too.
And they got kicked right in the pussy.
Yes, they did.
They got kicked right in the pussy. And you know what I say to that? I feel like
Congratulations, you played yourself.
At the end of the day, I just feel like these dudes are garbage. I feel like the draft pick's great. I don't doubt John Gruden being a good offensive mastermind.
He's a genius. I hate to say it. I hate that he
Offensive
went there.
genius. He's an offensive genius.
Okay.
He's gonna like. I did read something interesting today that Jerry Rice had. When Jerry Rice came there, he had probably his best year that he had in 5 or 6 years under John Gruden.
Okay.
Another one. It was a wide receiver from Atlanta. What was this guy's name? Left eye burned his house down.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Andre Rison.
There it is. Yeah.
He was another one when he came to the Raiders under John Gruden. He had a really good
Okay.
year. You know what I mean? But
He's got a lot.
I don't
to prove.
doubt AB's going to have a good year. He's got a retarded kid throwing him the football, but I don't doubt he's going to have a good year. I feel like I could get back there and throw that motherfucker the
Sure.
football. He's
Put it
come
near
down.
him, man.
He's
Yeah,
gonna come
put it
down
near
with
him.
it.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah, no
he's a
doubt about
beast.
it.
I mean, top 5 in the league easily. I'm not going to tell you he's best in the league,
I kinda wish
but
them
he's
to
30. He's got about 2 years left on them legs,
Right.
and now he's going to be out in Oakland. Good luck, bro.
Good
luck.
riddance.
Good luck out there, bro. I don't even want to hear it, man.
I was just telling my wife we got 5.5 more months till football. It breaks my heart.
It takes forever.
Oh
It
my
takes
God.
forever. It's the longest time of the year this time. I mean, I watch baseball, so I don't care. You know what I mean? I get right into baseball. I mean,
I'm
you
not
know
a
what?
baseball fan.
Yeah.
I watch all sports. So I don't care. I get into it. If there's a good sport on, I'll watch it.
I try watching basketball, man, but when you're a Knicks fan, it's not easy.
Celtics.
Oh, you guys are telling me nothing. I got the Lake Show, man.
We've
You
been
see
sucking
LeBron.
it
Let me
up
tell you
all
something.
along.
Let me tell you something. Another thing about LeBron.
Yeah.
All right, I like LeBron as a player and everything, as a person. I think
And-
he's really cool,
Yep.
dude. You know, I've never met him, but what I see him do
It's impressive.
in his community,
Mhm.
and shit like that,
Very
this is
impressive.
all solid.
Yep.
But I feel like this also, like, yo, you came to the Lake Show. This is not just any franchise. They're on parallel with the Boston Celtics.
They
You
are.
know what I mean?
They're
Like,
they are.
you're talking about, we got 16
Oh
championships.
man, you
Yeah.
can't hate on
You
that.
can't come to the Lakers and listen. Kobe would have never went for none of this bullshit that's going on there right now.
That needs to be said.
I feel it needs to be said
Yeah.
because listen, Kobe, man, Kobe brought us a handful.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Wow.
LeBron, man, LeBron, I've seen him do nothing but struggle with teams since he's been in the league. The only time he was balling out of control, I felt like, was when he was down there in Miami. You know what I mean? He came to the Lakers. I wasn't blown away. I was kind of just like, all right,
Not
we
a
got
bad
LeBron. Not a bad thing.
I was pissed as a Celtics fan, but
Yeah, I'm sure you were.
But he hasn't produced as much.
But you know what? I just feel like he has not rallied the troops. You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel like he's kind of. It breaks my heart to say it.
He hasn't rallied the troops, and them boys stopped playing for him once the trade deadline came, and they were all going to get traded.
Good point.
They stopped playing for him. They were like, because listen, Luke Walton's no fucking coach. LeBron's there, he's coaching. Luke Walton's out of there. Luke Walton,
Just standing around with a
yeah,
suit.
he's not even in the huddle half the time. He's just like over here, like,
Wow.
somebody get that dumbass white boy to tell these boys to play so we can get moving on this shit, man. That's what he's telling them, basically. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like LeBron coming there, God, man, what a fucking headache. Now we got to get somebody else to go with. That's what the NBA. That's what I don't like about it. They're making all these super teams, man. I don't care for that shit.
Well, it wasn't like that back in our day. Back in our day,
No,
you
it
know,
was
Such
God.
a loyal team.
Yeah.
You never switch sides. None of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And now
Absolutely. Now it's like, God damn.
everyone's been on every
Somebody,
team.
it's like
Chasing
somebody
dollars.
tell you, if you're under like, if you're under like 20 years old and you come to me and tell me you're a Golden State Warriors fan, I'll buy that. I'll buy that. Sure, I will. But you're not going to come to me at this age where I'm at. All right, I'm Golden State Warrior fan. Fuck out of here. I never
Prove
met
it.
one. Yeah, prove it.
Yeah, right?
Prove it. Tell me 5 starters 10 years ago.
Exactly. Not
Can't tell
gonna
me. I
happen.
couldn't tell you 5 starters 10 years ago.
I don't
Fuck.
think I could either.
Didn't
That's
Timmy
horrible.
didn't Timmy Hardaway play for them?
Did he have a stint there? I don't
think
even know.
He did. I think he had a stint there. I couldn't fucking tell you. I know one thing. Them boys. And now look at them though. Look at them though. I know they're gonna start getting disbanded anyway. It don't matter.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. They're gonna start breaking.
Just
them
start
apart.
chasing that money and we're going to whatever team
Yeah.
will pay 'em.
2 of them boys are free agents. I think 1 or 2 of them is free agents this year. I think light skinned kid that looks like John B. What's the kid's name, man? He shoots the shit out of threes. One of the Splash Brothers, man. I don't know what the motherfucker name is. I don't like the looks of him. I know that. When I see him, I just be like, I don't even like how this motherfucker looks, man. I'd like to slap shit out of him. He's probably like 6'6" though. He'd probably punch me in my mouth and in my life.
What do you guys think about Brady coming back? You think he's going to be just as powerful?
Fuck Brady.
Brady?
He's a
Love
fucking
Tom
jerk
Brady.
off.
I love Tom Brady too. My wife hates him, but I think
A lot of people hate him, man. But I mean, I
he
understand
gets so
him
fired
hating.
up.
I understand him hating.
I get it.
I get it.
Yeah.
Bills fan.
My
You
fucking
lose to him twice
my,
a year,
my
bro.
stepdad. It's just-
I get it. I get it. You hate him, but I feel like me. I'm just a sports fan. I feel like first I'm a sports fan, so I can respect greatness when I see it.
Oh man.
You know, I mean, he don't beat my team's ass twice a year. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I get why this guy hates him. You
Sure.
know what I mean? You know, I get that. You know what I mean? It sucks. I would hate it. If he was in the NFC East, I'd be like, fuck this motherfucker. I got a Brady jersey hanging in the closet right now.
No, you do.
Man, I love him. He's
I like
great,
him too.
man. I mean, that motherfucker ain't getting old.
No, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
he
saying. I
really
think
is
he'll do
definitely
well.
He
Yeah.
took he
Yeah.
took some pill, and now he's just he's out of control with it, man. He thinks
He's
like
not even like no one ever even touches him, so he's got
Yeah.
there's a chance he
Oh,
can
that's
play
it.
for. You know,
nobody ever touches
He
him.
Yeah.
might make it to 4
I don't
It's
think
like
he
a
got.
rule,
I think he
yeah.
got sacked once in the whole playoffs, maybe twice.
It's like a rule. You can't touch
You know what I
him.
mean? Like, holy shit, man. I know he went the first. I think he went the whole AFC. Them 2 games he played in the AFC playoffs. I don't think he got touched.
When I see Case Keenum on the sidelines and he's just hanging out like we're sitting right here now, but Tom Brady's screaming at
Oh,
his
yeah,
players
yeah.
And screaming at the coach and doing all that, I wish we would have something like that.
Yeah, man.
I'm hoping
'Cause I know you see what I've been dealing with. I got Eli, man. He just looked like a dumb motherfucker sitting there. He just looked like. But you know what? I'll give him credit because he's cool as a cucumber under pressure. You know what
He's
I mean?
also a Manning, comes from
Yeah, he's a
Hall of
man.
Manning, so
Come from good stock.
that's greatness
You know
right
what I
there.
mean? So yeah, absolutely.
We got Flacco, so I wonder how he's going
I
to.
think
He's a
I think
Super Bowl
Joe
champion.
Flacco. I think Joe Flacco will be a good. He'll be good for the Denver Broncos. We're gonna see. He wasn't bad. You know, he got a Super Bowl ring. You know what I mean?
That's right. He's a Super Bowl
He got a
champion.
Super Bowl ring. You know what? You know what I think about when I think about the Denver Broncos? I think about Tim Tebow going there and winning the playoff game, and how he played with so. That kid Tebow was a horrible quarterback. But he played with so much heart, man.
And he did.
You know what I'm saying? It was like, damn, and they went and got Manning, and it was it for Tebow. His whole football career was over.
Gone. Next thing you know, he's here in Vegas and playing
man.
baseball.
Yeah, now he's just look at him now, like he's
Syracuse, is that what he is?
He's up in Syracuse now. I
Mets
think
or
he's gonna
something?
play with the Mets up in
He
Syracuse
is.
now.
Yeah, that's what I saw. too.
God bless him for that, man. You know what I mean? Because I dig it. I dig the story and everything. You
I
know
got
what
his
I mean?
jersey.
Yeah, Timmy T, man. I always liked him. I was from college right on through. I always liked him. I used to try to tell Shantae, you know, my oldest, I used to try to tell her, like, that could be your guy right there, man. You could
Right?
be Mrs. Tebow.
He's a good
You
quality
should-
dude.
He's a good, I would approve of him.
Me too.
I would approve. Not, don't get me wrong, not that I don't
He's
approve
not
of the
doing
dude.
no dirt. Nothing.
No, I mean, the guy she's with, no, I love him. He's great. It took me a while to get to this point in my life.
I remember.
You know what I mean? Because I'm a stubborn old bastard.
Yep.
But Tim Tebow, I would have approved of him right away.
Green light.
Come on in,
Come on,
Jim.
come on in, Tim. Okay, let's have a beer. I don't drink beer. Praise Jesus. All right, yeah, Jesus
Even
can have a
better.
beer too. Fuck it.
More for
But yeah, man, I always liked Timmy T, man. Even from college, man, and everything, man. He was always good to go, man. Always good in my eyes, man. You know. But I think that might be good for tonight.
so too.
I think I got the new phone. I would touch on that briefly, but
Yeah.
I got the S10 Plus. It's fucking phenomenal. That's all I can say. It's fucking
Got the
phenomenal.
iPhone 6 still, and it's not.
Yeah, I don't fuck with Apple stuff, man. I feel like Apple
Yeah,
shit.
I
I see it's getting broke. But you know what? My man Chris is fixing a lot of Apple phones over there at 607. He's getting
Tech
money.
Solutions.
God bless Apple for that.
Yeah, word up.
for breaking their phones so my guy can fix them.
That's right. Champ is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's my guy. But yeah, I think we might be good. Hopefully the podcast gets longer as time goes on.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And it will, because I feel like there wasn't a lot going on this week. R. Kelly took over everything.
This was our first shot. I think
And
we
this was
did
our
well.
first shot. I think it was well. Like I said, podcasting is easy, guys. All we're
Fuck
gonna
you naked.
you know what?
Fucking nigga.
What's
Whoa.
crazy is I used to use that as the ringtone for when my wife texts me.
I remember.
It was like a bucket naked. But I feel like that was good stuff today. Damn, I don't even need to be doing that, guys. But I think we're good to go. I liked it. I liked it.
So we're just gonna build off this. So
We built right off this, guys. I thought it was good. And it'll get better. We'll try to have people here with us.
Yes.
So forth and so on.
Yep, we might start having local music, things
The
like
local
that.
music. We'll put some local music up on here.
Yeah, you gotta be
know,
dope.
You gotta be dope.
All three of us have to agree that you're dope.
Yeah. I'm not going for no garbage.
Okay, good.
I don't want to hear how many people you killed.
No.
I don't want to hear how hard you're going to punch me in the face on your song.
If you're really out there killing people on the average, then I'll allow it, but I don't see it happening.
Exactly.
So
I don't want to hear about your millions if I see you walking around downtown Binghamton. I don't want to hear about it. I want to hear good music, man. That's what I want to hear.
And we will.
I think that's
yeah,
cool
yeah, I'm
shit,
sure
man.
we can.
I think that's cool shit. You know what I mean? I'm not looking for dudes, but I feel like it would be a little mix of everything.
I got
Any
you.
kind of music. If it's good, if you're a fucking jazz musician, you play the shit out of that
Oh, man.
saxophone, come through with it, man. Let me hear what you got, man.
Absolutely.
You know
My
what I
buddy
mean?
Matt Cromwell is the best R&B singer I've ever met in my
Yeah.
life.
I see you
so-
post a lot of his stuff. I'd like to
Yeah.
hear some of his stuff. I haven't entertained it yet, just because
Yep, I get
life
it.
is hectic.
I get it.
But
Yep.
you know, I should entertain it.
Yeah.
I feel like we're gonna upload this. We'll get some good. Once we get some good audio, we'll be uploading the podcast on Spotify, on iTunes, all these things. You know, hopefully we get a good local following. That's what I want, a good local following. You know, so we can just, you know, hopefully parlay this into some other shit.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? That'd be cool. I'd love to make money just to sit around and talk shit.
That would
Because
be
I see a
cool.
lot of people doing it, and
They
I'm
do.
like, well, why can't I touch into that
Why
motherfucker
not?
shit there,
Yeah.
man? I'm a
We
funny
have
guy.
everything we
Give it a
need.
shot.
My guys are funny guys. Why
Sure.
can't I do it?
So agree.
And with that,
All right, my dick is long, but my time is short. We gotta go.
I'm clear.
Peace.